Now we're going to take a look at the 4 mallet selection, Andante by Ferdinando Carulli. This piece is from the Romantic era, and what that means for me as a performer is I know that it's going to be highly expressive, there's going to be some push and pull, and I can do a lot with the dynamics. Now, speaking of dynamics, there's no dynamics written in the original piece, there's none in the arrangement in the book here. So I've given you a guide in the errata for the dynamics that I prescribed for this piece. So please write those in at the measures indicated in the errata. As far as the roadmap, it's very straight ahead, play from the top to the bottom, da capo back to the beginning, and then I've moved the fine to measure 9. And that's where the piece will end once you da capo. For mallet selection, I chose to have a graduated set of mallets. I'm using the 500 series from Innovative Percussion. I have 502s in my left hand, 503s in my right hand. I like the dark quality of these mallets. They're not overly heavy, and I think maintaining a sense of lightness is really important for this piece. It was originally written for guitar, and I felt like these mallets spoke to me for this piece. But I think the most important thing is that you consider having a graduated set to better help you balance the melody and accompanimental textures. I will tell you that the main challenge for this piece is really not technical, right? It does have single independent, single alternating, and double vertical strokes, getting the basics in there. But the real challenge comes in the musical interpretation of this piece. So I hope that you find that challenge and embrace it and use it to grow your musicianship. That said, I think it's really important to establish a warm-up routine in your playing. You want to address all the 4 stroke types. Double vertical strokes. I usually start with double verticals, gets the blood flowing, gets the range of motion going. Then something for single independent, where you're working 1 mallet at a time. Could be as simple as keeping it on individual mallets, or you can have an exercise where you move around, because this one has a lot of movements. Any kind of exercise like that will work as long as you're addressing that stroke type. And then single alternating. There's a big single alternating section over at 26. So forth and so on. So have an exercise to work for that. And then while there's no laterals in this one, it's a good idea to add a double lateral exercise to your rotation as well and work all the permutations of laterals as well. That will set you up for a strong foundation to be able to be expressive so that when you play the music, it'll be effortless. Let's talk about a couple of specific technical things here. When you get into this position here. Now, a lot of students come in and play, and they're in a position like this, and I'll see them, they'll hike up their arm like this. All you have to do is realize that wrist curvature is all you have to pay attention to here. Wrist curvature decreases from mallet for an accidental on the outside mallet. Wrist curvature increases, okay, here, for an accidental on the inside mallet. So if you're just paying attention to your wrist curvature, you can be in those positions and be in optimum position for making a good sound. The other concept for this piece is balancing melody and accompaniment textures. I already mentioned having a graduated set of mallets. That will help a lot. But you're also going to have to balance it in real time, just as if you had a mixer and you were mixing different voices. At this section over at 26, I'm balancing the melody, or the moving line in my right, my mallet number 4. That's the loudest mallet. And then this mallet has an accompanimental texture, or harmonic texture. Right, that's the harmonic. And then this one is just a pedal tone. So you've got to balance those 3, and you have to play a phrase. So there's a lot to think about, a lot to juggle there. So I hope that you find the challenge in this piece. I think that it's really a great showcase for your musicianship. And as I mentioned, that's really the main challenge with this one.